So here's my dresser now. It's like a dark kind of mahogany, I guess you would call it. I'm not really sure what, but this is the original color that I bought it in. I have like my jewelry case right here with some jewelry on top. I just have like a collection of my perfumes, just some of my perfumes. My little thing where I put like my lapel pins and my engagement ring and my thing for my glasses. Here is my doll, peacock doll, and it was my aunt's. She used to collect dolls. So when she passed away, my uncle said that my mom and I could pick out one. I'm usually one of those people that doesn't like dolls. They usually freak me out, like especially the porcelain ones. This hot mess over here. So I don't have a bracelet stand right now. This is a back scratcher. You guys, these things are amazing, just so you know. I did try to stand it on this thing, but it keeps falling over. So it's just like a soda bottle that I thought was kind of cool because it had like the vintage kind of look on it. And then I just put like some feathers in it to match with the doll. And I just have like this stand thing that it's on. Then my TV. And then I just have my Blu-ray player over here. Over here on the opposite side by our bed is the original bed post. So as you can see, the posts match my dresser of the color that it is now. I just really liked the cast iron back then, but my tastes have changed. I just want it to be more regal, more classy, more old Hollywood style is what I'm going for. I just want a new bed frame to go with the all over just makeover of the room. And our bedding is leopard, of course. And then beside it, I have this thing right here. I was using it as a function of a nightstand, technically. Like, it was kind of doubling for several things. A whole bunch of my lotions and perfumes in here. So I did get 2 of the nightstands from Ikea. My lamp over here, I got this off of Amazon a couple years ago. And I just love it. I still love it to this day. I just kind of want to make a complete change, and that's kind of the whole reason for this room makeover. I just feel that it's not, the dark colors are not really my thing anymore. So this side is just my mirror here, and I'm in my pajamas and I look like shit. So, and then over here I have my movie case, and I'm honestly not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. I haven't decided where I'm gonna put it. It's just kind of like in my corner, just kind of there. On top, I have like this little crystal thing, and then there's just like a candle in there. I just have it in there for decoration. I don't really turn it on or anything. And then I have my headpiece from the Renaissance Fair, have my diffuser. Here, I have like a board full of random things that I enjoy, like pictures of me and my mom and my pets. And then on the side by our closet, have the pictures of Cherry Dollface when I went to her hair and makeup class in 2016. I live in an apartment, so I can't paint the walls. I wish I could. And there's the breaker box. It's so annoying. I can't stand that it's there, but whatever. And then above the TV, above the dresser, this is my poster that I had signed by Dita when I did the meet and greet. And then over here, I just have some random, like, kind of old school tattoo things on here. I'm thinking about doing something different with that. Above our bed, I have like these mirrors that I got, like the Starburst mirrors. Those are definitely staying. I haven't even opened these since I got them. I have not seen them in person because they did not really have them, the gray one anyway, set up at the store when I went. Here is one of the legs It's kind of grayish, but yet it also kind of has specks of brown in it, which I was not really expecting. Right there you can see like some brown in it. Kind of like to know where the instructions are. Jackpot. Found them. Yay! You only have instructions. I like their little drawings too. This is pretty comical. Look at this guy. He's all sad that the corner is all busted. I haven't gotten much yet, but I only put these little things in the side, which a couple of them were being a pain in the ass. So that's fun. Finally making progress now. And so these are the two sides. I've got it up now. I think this is where I'm gonna have a stopping point at, because this is the stuff for the drawers and it's just plain wood. So I'm kind of contemplating if I want to paint that or not. This is the first nightstand. I've put down the covering on the floor so I don't get it messy. I did go to Lowe's and it's like a paint and primer mixture. So they just mix the white with like a gray color. So that is the color that the base is gonna be. So I just went to the paint area and asked them to mix it up, and I just chose like a gray color that I wanted. And I do apologize for the noise outside. They're actually doing some construction, but I do have to have the window open for ventilation. And I am wearing one of my quarantine masks just so I don't pass out from the paint. One thing to mention is that I am starting from the back here, just so I can see kind of how it goes on. So that is a very nice light color. This is exactly what I wanted because I will be putting the metallic paint over it. So this is just basically like a base. And I didn't have to sand this just because it doesn't really have any sheen or anything to it. So that made it really nice. In here, and I'm just gonna go all the way up and around, and then probably in, you know, the side area. This is the back so far, and I think it's coming out pretty good. We are going to continue on to the front. So this is the second nightstand, and this is the original color, and this is the finished one after it has dried. I'm thinking about doing a second coat, but I'm not sure yet. So as you can see, it's very different. It's like night and day. We have finished all of these drawers. We have painted inside and outside of those, and there's like a little mini one that goes inside. And we have finished the second nightstand. The second coat, we actually went over it with a roller. So for the first coat, I did the brush, and then for the second coat, I did a roller just to make everything is smooth. And it came out really nice. We did leave these overnight to dry, so they have been drying for quite a while now. Today is day 2. So today I will be putting on the metallic paint, and I am so excited to see what it looks like in person. I can't. For the metallic paint, I actually got this from Modern Masters, and it's in the satin finish and it's in silver. All of the stores that carry it are actually closed right now due to Corona. So I just went ahead and ordered it online for this project. And on their website, if you go to Modern Masters, you a list of stores where you can find their products at when the stores do start opening up. But I can also link where I got mine down below. Oh my god, you guys, this is so pretty. There we go. Sorry, the light was kind of catching it. This is gorgeous in person. Love it. It is very strong, so I will probably have to wear my mask for this and open my other patio door. It's stronger than the stuff I used yesterday. I will be starting at the back again, just to make sure that everything looks okay and how it's how I want it. Okay, I think the light was catching it from before, but it is super pretty. Like, look at that, it's so shiny. I will tell you, luckily, that a little goes a long way. I just kind of dipped my brush in there just a tad, went like this, like boop boop, and then it pretty much filled that whole leg. So I'm glad that this extends out also, just like the primer and paint. Getting all the paint on there first, and then I am going down. So I am going in lines down, just so when it dries, then we have like an even surface. This is after the first coat, and I don't think I'm going to be doing the insides like I did with the other paint, just because it's going to be hidden with the drawers, so I don't really think that it's necessary. But I think that after the second coat, it will look amazing. Right now, it looks pretty good, but I just think that it needs a second coat because there's some spots that are kind of missing. Just did the front of the drawers, and I'll have to do a second coat on that one because those little lines. I think everything is coming out awesome and how I want it. I just can't wait to see the finished product. Fortunately, when I went to put the polyurethane on, for some reason it reacted weird with the metallic color. We just took a sander and like went over it just so I could redo the metallic coat on. So I don't think that I'm going to be applying that to the dresser just because how I know it reacts with it. I know that Modern Masters does have their own special coating and whatnot. Unfortunately, I did not get that. Kind of wishing I did. I'm gonna go over a couple spots that we kind of sanded. On the other side, it's not bad at all. I'm just gonna leave that side. What was happening was that it looked really dull. Like it took out the metallic shininess of it. This is my first time doing something like with furnitures. Now, the drawers aren't bad at all. We decided just to leave the drawers alone because they actually worked with that. I'm gonna give you guys a little sneak peek. So we put one of the knobs on and it looks amazing. These knobs look so good with this. I'm glad that we picked those ones out. Pretty much what we had to do, let me turn this over. So we had to get like a little washer thing to put on the end because the screw was too big. So we just put like this little washer ring thing around it and it worked out great. The knob is now tight. Today I am starting the dresser and right now we're just putting on the citrus strip stuff. This is basically just like a stripper to get all the paint and whatnot off before we begin. this is the day after we put the stripper on, and then we also did a coating of lacquer thinner over it just so it would stop breaking down, and then also just to kind of clean it up a little bit. So then I'm just gonna continue on the sides today, and then I'll see how far I can get with that, and then I'll be starting on the front. This is the citrus strip stuff that we used. It doesn't smell too bad. I actually had to do 2 coats on this. So for this, we did 30 minutes each. These sides are being a pain in the ass, and so this is my 3rd coat. Hopefully this does it a lot better. The front has been giving me a little bit of issues, but not too much. With the side, I still have to put another coat on that side. So this side is about as good as it's gonna get. The top and the side has now been sanded, and I'm just going on the corners with the hand sander and just making sure all of the marks are... Done with the dresser itself. There's just one little spot back there that's kind of giving me some trouble. I am trying to do a 3rd coat on that to see if it comes out. If not, I'm just gonna sand it and call it a day. I did 2 coats of the stripper on this drawer right here. I think it came out pretty good. I just have to clean it and sand it. I do want to note that a project of this caliber does take a few days to strip the whole thing entirely. So I believe we're on day 3 or 4. In other news, our bed arrived today. Yay! Our new bed frame. Got this on Amazon, and it is the Brighton upholstered platform bed frame in the color linen. We have filled in the holes. There was actually 2 holes right there for the old hardware, but we're just gonna have the one single one in the middle, like with the nightstands. And then, so we'll probably have to go over that with like the sander a little bit before I can start painting. Have the rest of the other drawers done. So these are the skinny ones on top. We just have to sand those. And then we have the door there in the for the middle. So we still have to sand that as well. Yesterday, this got painted for the 1st coat. And this is just the base. Hector went ahead and painted the dresser yesterday with the first coating of the metallic. Today I will be doing a second coat on the drawers and the door, and then we will put on the knobs and we are done. So thinking about doing this that I put in the closet just because I have extra paint left over, so why not? Well, I ended up deciding to do my thing with my lotions in it, and so I basically did the same thing as with the dresser. I just stripped it of the color and I just wiped it down, and now I'm doing the base coat and then I'll add the metallic after. Not sure what I'm going to do about the baskets yet. The baskets are still like a brown color, so I don't know if I want to like spray paint them white or if I just want to do like this grayish color. Alright guys, here it is. It's so amazing. As you can see, the first thing that you notice is that we replaced the bed with a tuft cream. I did leave the mirrors up there, of course, so it goes with everything. On my side over here, I took away the thing that had all my lotions and stuff on it. That'll be coming a little later. I just did away with the movie case. This is my nightstand. I obviously have my lamp right there, the same lamp, the picture of me and my mom, and the phone that I got from one of our antique stores. With these, they're actually for candles, but I have been using them as coasters, so it works out perfectly. It goes great. I'm reading The Notebook, and my Alexa, say hello, Alexa.
Hello.
And this is Hector's side, and so he has the same nightstand over there, except for his is more minimal. I just put the diffuser over here on his side, and then he also has a coaster. Of course, the biggest project of them all is my dresser. This looks completely brand new, like a completely brand new set, and I am in love with it. I'm just so obsessed with how it came out, how the color came out. It's just so shiny and it matches the other, and it just came out perfect. With all the work that we did on it, I was hoping that it was gonna come out great, and it did. As before, everything was really cluttered. Well, I made it my mission to minimize that because I hate clutter. Up here, I obviously kept my jewelry box, and I also kept the jade green thing. And then I put my roses there, and then I still have my doll. I actually put this here, and this, if you remember, was on my movie stand, and my Barbie is back there. I finally got a bracelet stand, and it looks amazing. I still have a lot of room to grow. It's actually bigger than I thought it was gonna be, but I love it. It's super easy. You just take like these little things off to get them on and off. And I just put a couple of my perfumes down there. With this, we actually did the matching knobs. I think the most difficult thing was probably the stripping of the original color. That took forever. As for wall art, my cherry doll face are still there. My Adidas is still there. And with the side wall, I remember I told you that I wanted to do something different. Well, I put this up instead, and this is actually a photograph that I took back in 2011. So it's been quite a while that I've had it. I just never knew what to do with it. And so I thought this would be the perfect place for it. I don't know if I showed these before, but these are actually blackout curtains that we got because it's so bright in here during the day and I like to take naps. They're kind of like a light purple. I know you can't really tell because I have the lamp on. And then I just got like a silver rod for that and put up so it would match with everything. If you're like me and love to take naps and don't like light during the day, I would highly suggest you invest in some blackout curtains. They are amazing. The piece de resistance is that this is now my thing that holds like my lotions and stuff like that. Remember how it was like that really dark brown, almost black in a way? Well, I had extra paint, so I decided to make this over as well. And I actually spray painted the baskets white because I thought that the brown would just look too weird with it. Did leave the leopard linings in there to match our bedding. That goes to show that you do not have to spend a fortune redoing your bedroom or any room in the house. You can actually repurpose stuff that you already have. And that way, number one, it's not so wasteful. And number two, you're not spending as much as you would. For me, I just found it more practical that I did not go out and get a whole new bedroom set because that would have costed over probably $1,000, I'm sure. This was definitely much cheaper. If you guys liked this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys later.